Chess is perhaps the most famous of games. To play it, you need intelligence, focus, foresight, the ability to know your opponent's next move, and patience. And of course, you need to know which piece does what, when. The Chequy, name of course meaning the same as chess, is the most secret organisation in the UK, and working there is certainly no game, or rather, well, it is, but you have to know all the rules. You have to know your role, your moves, and hopefully your colleagues' moves as well before they make them. Miffany Thomas, or Rook Thomas as she's known, she works for the Chequy, as I said, a secret government organisation that's responsible for protecting the UK from supernatural threats. She is a rook in this organisation, where we also find pawns, the lowest ranking officers, chevaliers, well, knights, that are in charge of foreign operations, rooks, domestic operations, bishops, supervisors, and of course, the highest ranking of them all, the Lord and Lady. Well, they are the most superior, of course. They are also the most skilled in the magical powers. And if you're wondering why they're not called King and Queen, which of course they would be in a regular chess set, it's because they wouldn't want any mix-ups with the ruling regent, because that could be rather awkward. I will now read you a section from the book. Chapter 1. Dear you, the body you are wearing used to be mine. Miffany Thomas, the protagonist of this story, when reading this, has just woken up in a park surrounded by dead bodies, all of them wearing latex gloves, and that is all she remembers. She is unable to remember anything about herself, or how she or the bodies got there, and her only clue is the letter in her coat pocket that says, "To you." That letter tells her that the body previously belonged to Miffany Thomas, who worked in a secret government organisation and was targeted by an unknown assassin. The letter offers the young woman a choice, either taking up the life of the woman before her and discovering the identity of her would-be killer, or setting out with a new identity. Miffany eventually chooses to take up the first Miffany's life and discover who wants her dead. She is left with a binder that outlines the Chequy. Step by step, the new Miffany uses the information handed down to her from her predecessor to learn the rules of the game and to find out what she can do with her knowledge, to gain her co-players' trust and to find out who wipes her former self's memory. Being part of the Chequy is not only a strange responsibility, but takes all the skills of a good chess player. Patience, intelligence, foresight, and knowing what your fellow members are likely to do next. This is a fantasy novel, but it's a brilliantly written adventure with twists and turns and characters with true depth. If magic and the control of it is a game, then it's one I certainly want to play again and again.